Got a couple of builds today. We're going to be sweating profusely. It's 87% humidity at best. Air quality is terrible. And we're going to be, well, waiting for other people, I guess. Out of there. It's hot. I had to go in every couple of minutes, or every like 20 minutes earlier. I've been sweating. My shirt is, you can't tell, it's soaking wet. I mean, I don't mind the heat, it's the humidity. But I'm out in the garage trying to make some progress. And I know I didn't make any here, but I made some here. And I got a shelf over here now. So I put all the lumber from World War II and the Civil War reenactments there. So kind of nice. I got this this shelf on Marketplace literally yesterday for 15 bucks. But it does its job. You know, now it's putting everything here, organizing it, and putting it here. And then moving over my oak, and then, yeah, there's a lot of oak and stuff. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of this. This is like super heavy white oak that could probably be used for something good, but today I'm going to be building a construction site boot remover, because I remember in the Marine Corps many of times we'd want to take our boots off, and you get your pants dirty, you get your foot dirty, you get your socks dirty. So this can be used on construction sites too. So it's going to be a boot. I don't need the gloves. It just makes it hotter. It's going to be a boot holder. I'm deciding what to make it with. Oak, pine, or maple. I'm not sure yet. In a 4x4. So it's going to be a 30-degree angle on the 4x4. And then it's a piece of wood that's going to have a notch in it that you step on with your foot. And you can take your boot off without touching your shoes. And then underneath, you'll go to grab it and you can carry it, wipe it off, throw it in the back seat of the truck or on the floor or in the bed or in your car in the trunk. This way you're not getting dirt all over your pants, you're not getting dirt all over your socks. And then we're probably going to be building a blade holder. So a holder to hold saw blades. So you can mount it on your wall, and you can put all the different saw blades you want in there. Your 32s, your 50s, your dados. This way you can go in your shop and just grab the blade you need to replace your miter or replace your table saw. And you don't got to search through drawers. The rope in the back is for, it's for crafts. Relax. Although, after today, we don't know. So, I'm going to get started by not being able to breathe. How's everyone doing? Bice? Happy Monday, Bice? Beard? Good live earlier, Beard? I still don't know how to do or use those kind of sharpeners that you had. I googled it. So we're going to make those simple projects. It can be helpful. I mean, and it can be helpful for anybody. You don't have to be a construction worker for it to be helpful. Everybody has been in a situation where you either stepped in a puddle or you're cutting the grass and you want to take your shoes off, but you can get the one off and then you go to take the other one off and you're like, oh, I mean, now I got to reach down there and get my hand full of mud. So it's just a little holder that's going to sit on an angle with a notch in it, and you can just stick your foot on the one end, take your boot or your shoe off with the other end, and leave it outside. Or like I said before, throw it in the back of your car. So we're going to use, I'm going to try it, I'm going to do a 4x4 with a 30-degree angle to see if that is a good enough angle. It's going to sit like this, so it'll be a project like this. So let me see if I can back you guys up a little bit. I got my custom-made selfie stick in that swish shed. There's my oak. There's my board from 1940. So it's gonna be the 4x4, and then it's gonna be cut down and notched, and this is gonna sit on it like this. And you'll put your foot on this side. That's gonna be screwed in at the top, and then this side's gonna have a V, and you stick your boot or your shoe on this end and pull up. And in theory, it won't break on you, and everyone laughs at you on the job site or your neighbors. So, sorry, it's like, hey Keith, Ray's here. Hey Ray. Hi back. But literally every neighbor, well, not every neighbor, that's an exaggeration, but 1, 2, 3, and down at the end 4, all of them have their grass cut at 3 o'clock. And I know that because I try to film at 3 o'clock and I have to wait for them to finish. Nobody cuts their grass. They all have somebody else do it. Teresa cuts our grass, if I'm not, because she likes the exercise. So we're gonna get started on that first project. And like I said, the second project is gonna be a shop blade or a miter saw blade. I mean, it could be a table saw blade holder that you can mount on the wall and put your blades in stacked so that you know where your blades are at all times. You can grab them safely. Or we were thinking about doing me was thinking about doing a holder for people that, like myself, during this time like to do arts and crafts. So it would be a box with 2 sections, 2 square sections in it to hold your acrylic paints and your brushes, so that you can carry it, you know, store it. We'll see. Well, first we're going to start with the boot holder. I'm just debating, I'm thinking of using, because I think pine is not going to work, especially if you're a heavier set. You know what I mean? Not to be rude, but if you step on it and it breaks because it's pine, we're in trouble. So I'm probably going to use oak. So I'm going to use a piece of oak, and I kind of wrote out a little bit of dimensions, but we're going to change them. So I'm going to notch it. I got to measure. The standard back of a foot is around 3 or 4 inches. One, two, three, and that just happened. I'm no Jackie Chan, but okay. So we want around 4 inches. If you're a wide, because I'm a wide, so it's pretty good. Maybe 5. We'll do 5. Let me see if my board's wide enough. It is. Let me see if this one's wider. It is. Man, I'm already sweating. It's 900 degrees outside. I cleaned off more of the shelf. I got my video dropping tomorrow for another Halloween video. Or build, so hopefully you guys will watch that. Shout out to Todd from Finding Me. He put me in his video. He did my wreath build, and I mean, am at a loss for words. I don't even know how to thank him. I'm gonna have to build something for him. I'm gonna have to do something for him because he didn't have to do that for me. And I appreciate his vote of confidence in me and my channel, as well as all of you, Vice, Ray, Keith, Razor, Beard, all you guys are all inspirations to me. And I really, in my head, every day I try to think, what can I do to pay these guys back? And I am at a loss for words. So anyway, that piece of wood, the one piece of oak, I'm fearing isn't wide enough. So I'm going to try and find a wider piece of oak. Yep. Yep. Ooh. No. Because it's got to be long enough, right? It's got to be long enough, but it's also going to be wide enough. So it's got to be probably 8 inches. It's got to be a 1x8 at the bare minimum. Which, 1 and 7.5. So 7.5. So we're going to go in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we got our piece of oak. We're going to do a piece of oak with it. That's what Eric said, or she said. Jokes already. Yes, the table saw is still buried, so I'm not going to be flushing for this project today. The edges are fairly clean. Do it. Standard foot for most men is 10 inches. So I'm going to go up to 12 because that's a big foot. You can make it however big you want if you want to make it. You think having 2 shirts on is too much? Oh, actually, it kind of worked out really well because there's a lip on the wood where it's a big huge mill mark. I almost swore. So we're gonna cut this down. Scoot you guys over a little bit. Mask up. See that? She tried lifting up on me there. Close. Something in my saw. I gotta get a zero clearance because the stuff falls down in my saw and it's annoying because then I gotta sit there and operation operation, try to get it out with my fingers into, the game operation. All right, so we got our slab. So then I'm gonna draw it by hand. I don't have a template for it. Eventually I will probably make a template for it. So I'm going to notch it up there. And I'm going to I do want it to look semi good. So we're going to use my compass to make my holes, to make the hole bigger. I'm not even going to look at chat because I already know what's coming. So there. Because you got to have it notched enough to where you can get your foot in there, right? I mean, if you can't get your foot in there, what's the sense of making this thing? So again, if you just are tuning in, I am making a boot remover for job sites, for everyday use outside the house. It's a simple portable boot remover that's notched like this. I'll have 2 notches on it. You stand on it with 1 foot, you pull your shoe up. This way you're not touching your dirty shoes or getting your socks dirty. You're tracking mud in the house or in the car after work. I'm gonna use it 4x4, but it makes me nervous because this was scrap wood that I got. So I do not have a metal detector for screws, but I'm almost positive there's nothing in it. We'll find out. Keith knows my address if he has to call 911. Hopefully that's not the case. So let me notch this. Okay, mask up. Don't act like you don't do that when you cut pine or cedar. I mean, this has pressure treated, so it's making me dizzy. I'm gonna take my scraps here and I'm gonna make a bearded Viking project with this. It's my son starts school tomorrow, so I'm going to cut this and make an apple for the teacher. That's a candle holder, or a pencil holder. Sorry, not a candle holder. All right, so we want to get this to the length of our wood. I'm going to cut the other part on my scroll saw because the belt for my bandsaw didn't come today. Well, not yet, anyhow. It was supposed to be here. Excuse me. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it is not here yet. So I'm going to put that there, y'all. You know what I'm thinking? Now that I'm thinking, I do it very little. do it long ways. I mean, probably would make sense. I don't want to get yelled at. Okay. Man, I need a table saw. I don't, but now I got to do a sketchy ass miter saw cut, and I don't want to do it. Alright, well, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do the sketch. Just trying to think if it would be safer. That's gonna be my pivot point. That's not doing that. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it away. Don't worry, it's off. The power's off. Don't worry, the power's off. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. All right, Fear. Matt, have a good one. What's going on? Debauchery? All right, Ray, I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys aren't already subscribed to Ray, please go to his channel and subscribe to Crafted by Ray. Great guy. Amazing channel. One of my inspirations. One of the reasons why I'm doing woodwork. So, if you're not subscribed to him, please go and subscribe to him. Yeah, this cut's a little, without having the table saw, it's a little sketchy on the miter saw. I don't have much room to work with, even as a stop. thought about going long ways. That's too dangerous. Going this way is way too dangerous. I got an idea. Huh. I'm going to do a template here and just see. Okay, so we're going to do 30 degrees. And then we're going to do don't yell at me. I'm just trying something different because I don't want to do a sketchy cut. I don't want to do a sketchy cut. Let me go find it. 60 degrees. Perfect. All right. So. All right, everybody. Me? I'm not quiet. I'm thinking. I'm processing. I'm trying to do this safely so that I don't cut my hand off, because normally I would do this kind of a cut on a table saw. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm in a zone because, like I said, I'm trying to make sure that the angles are correct, because I would normally do it on a table saw, but since it's buried, I have to do it on a miter saw with a 12-inch blade with my hand very close to the blade. Even using a stop, it still makes me nervous a little bit. And the reality of it is, I've never made this before. I've never made it before. So I'm kind of doing it in my head as I go. So that shows you the intermediate level that I am. So I'm just, oh man, it's got, since I'm not making those planters anymore, I'm going to use these 2x4s that I got, the clean ones, because the ones that I got over there there's nails and brad nails in it everywhere, and I don't have a metal detector to tell if they're in the center, and I already did that last week where I cut into a brad nail and it went flying. And thank God it went that way and not this way, because that would have ruined the day. So yeah, before you comment, it's crooked. Fucking nodding. Like every time. Six degrees. I'm doing 60-degree cuts, which you don't really put a miter saw to 60 a lot. If you have to go that beyond 45, it's you use a table saw. Or there's a jig that you can buy that goes on here that starts you at a 45, so you only would at that point would have to go 15 degrees on the miter saw, and it's a safer cut. But this wood has knots. It's pine. It's pine. It's got knots everywhere. Again, I'm just trying to I'm building the prototype with you guys live. So, smells good. Don't act like I'm the only one that smells the wood when they cut it. Don't make it weirder than it needs to be. Yeah, see, so... Oh. So it's almost there. So what I'm thinking is doing... Let's try that. So in theory, okay, so I got two. Normally, you would go long end to long end, but we're going same directional for this. And again, I don't have plans for it, so we're winging it. Oh. So I know what I'm doing wrong now. Should be right. Wouldn't make any sense. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, and it's not going well. Ah, I cut it wrong. So that's the correct pursuit angle. So no, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use, because I don't want to do the 4x4 with these cuts, so I'm trying to do a multi-tiered one with a straight down instead of an angled, which I believe I just got. And it's right on my marks. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, I know what I need to do now. So zoning. Give me 1 second. All right. Who's on their way to Bed Bath & Beyond? Val. Oh, hey, what's up, Val? You guys driving? Rick James. John's here. What's up, Knot brother? So, I got the angle I needed. Yes, my hand is about 1 inch away from the blade. That's why he stops. See, so now I got this. So instead of making too much of a dangerous cut on the miter saw, I just did 2 cuts to get the same thing that I wanted to do with the 4x4, which I could do. I'm not going. Gosh darn it. I thought I had the extended warranty. Yeah, see, so if it was longer, if the 4x4 was longer, I would do this kind of a cut. Or if I had a jig on there, if I had a 45 jig on there to where I'd only have to go 20 degrees, I'd feel more comfortable doing it. But because I don't have long enough 4x4 chunks, I don't want my hand, my hand would be, I mean, I would be here. So this is my 60-degree cut. That's the room I have to work with, where the blade is and where I would have to hold it or put something there. This stopper won't go long enough to hold it. So if it was super long, yeah, I would. I mean, you know what? Where you at? Come on in. Hang on, Snoopy, hang on. Nobody saw it. Alright, so oh man, there's a lot of nail marks in there. Well, YOLO, right? Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. All right. We'll try that. Oops, sorry guys. I can handle anything. You're kidding me. Fuse. Because I don't have a sub panel in my garage. And the house was wired by Abraham Lincoln. So.
Pretty sure we just lost power.
Yeah, I know we lost power.
Oh, just
It's the aliens, bro.
No, just on the game, and it just fucked.
Turn that light on. Turn it on. There you go. You're good.
Oh, what? Yeah, dude, you just put me out of the rank game, dude.
I just put you out of a ranked game?
Yeah.
Damn. On my account, too. Of all things. Alright. I'm live. Anything you want to say hi?
No, I don't.
Of course you don't. Anthony, there's a TikTok dance waiting for you. Alright. All right. I don't want to do that. We're going to try it again. I'm going to kill power. Not going to run the fan. See, this is where a flush cut saw would come into handy, or some type of a saw. I literally have that much to go. That's it. And it died. See? That's it. That's all I had to go. And it was it. And I don't want to go back into the hole on this. I'm not even going to look. Not even going to look. You guys are, get your head out of the gutter. So we're going to try it again without the vacuums running, without the fans on, without the lights on in the garage, and we'll see. Until I can get a sub panel put in, this is what I got. Shit! And that's what's up. Don't mind the smoke. Whoa! So, you can, you know, look at that. I meant to make this. It's for one letter. You can put one letter down in there, one blade. I'm probably going to try and sell this for 200 or 300. We'll see. I don't know where the market's at right now. I got to check it out. Ah! Alright, so piece of sawdust on the saw, better get it. You know what? Just because I like my equipment being clean. Eric's gonna have to get timed out by Keith again. And I hated going that route, but okay. You know, you would think one smart person would build this in advance of his live, but that would not make me normal. That's why I'm not so ordinary. Especially when you're building prototypes. I just think that this is too big, so that's why. And see, look at the difference. So I either go with this on the bottom, which is, or this. You know what I mean? Who wants to carry around something that has a 4x4 attached to it? So did I do all those unnecessary dangerous cuts for nothing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hit that like, hit the subscribe if you want to see more dumb stuff. Of course, I could actually I got an idea. It involves another dangerous cut on an angled piece of wood without a block. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright. Here we go. So I just wedged it smaller. We got one piece. Boom! We're good. My neighbor. Alright. Alright. So we're going to go like that. I'm getting text messages. That's a little ways from me. It's up to you. Alright, let me get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so I got a bunch of cuts that I could use for other things, which I will. A French cleat wall, probably not. I'll probably use them for something spooky. Little mini skateboard bike ramp. I didn't need to do sound effects. Alright, so I got my cut. Oh man. Okay. Hang on one second. I got a sliver in my hand and it's already getting irritated. So I'm going to cut it out. I'm not going to show you guys that though. Surgical equipment, check. Sterilize the area. Okay. Okay. It's a light with a magnifier on it so I could see. The surgical procedure I'm about to do. It's like in between, I think. It's finding. Ah, I got it. Ah. Yeah, buddy. I don't think I'm allowed to show this on YouTube. Otherwise I would. I'm performing surgery on my hand right now. Check. Right on the wound. That's the way. I like it. All right. Surgery over. Back to work. I didn't mean to do that. There's a piece of wood that was stuck in my hand, which it still might be in there. But I believe I got it. And we will know tomorrow because my hand will be swollen if it's still in there. I just want to double check. I highly recommend you guys get one of these if you're going to pull out splinters. It's a magnifier with a light, so it allows you to pull the skin back and dig it out with surgical tweezers. Yeah, these things are, this is what they use for surgery. That's what they gave it to me when I was in the hospital getting a splinter removed. He's like, just take these, you're probably going to need them. And I'm like, you're probably right. Now that I get it all out, again, the only way to tell if you got a sliver that's deep in there all the way out, you'll wake up in the morning, your hand will be swollen. And then they'll have to cut a section of the skin away before it spreads. Because it can be dangerous, especially if it's pressure treated wood. If it's oak or something like that, it'll be alright. It'll work its way out. Alright. Sorry to drag you guys into that, but I wanted to make sure that it was out of my hand before continuing, and I can put a kitty band-aid on it. What should we go with, guys? Are we going with yep, Ninja Turtles? No, I'm just joking. Surgery complete. Yeah. I mean, they gave me a whole bunch of surgical equipment at the hospital to use. Should I use a dinosaur band-aid? Are we going dinosaurs? I feel like it's still in there, but maybe not, because I just cut it open. I'm not gonna stitch it because it's clean. And part of being in the military before is learning how to take care of your wounds, because you cannot always have somebody to do it, especially if your corpsman's dead. Alright, so we're good. We're gonna roll that. I'll just wear a glove so I don't get it infected. I mean, I've tried everything too. I've tried using the 6A gloves, the 6A surgical, or you know, gloves that are supposedly cut resistant, and you can't really get slivers. And yeah, I've had wood go right through that. So I'm not going to count on it as a reliable means to clean anything. Oops, sorry guys. Sorry. Oh God, it's so hot outside. I'm just gonna wear one glove to hide the wound. Make sure it stays sterile. It was nice going inside though. Some of you guys saw it, but I made a wooden hammer. I still have to finish it. But again, my bandsaw died before I can get the groove in it. So instead of, I got my mallet, but I'm going to do the hammer. And probably send it to everybody, all the friends. Send you a wooden hammer. Commemorative. I mean, if you want to use it, go ahead. It's probably going to break. I'm making it out of cedar 2x4, so it's not meant to be used for roofing. All right. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So, let me get out the horse. Not a real horse. It's gonna rain. I really hope that that's not in there. And if it is, again, I'll know because my hand will be freaking this tomorrow morning. Where are we at? 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 Oh yeah. Now, not going to sit there and use a scroll saw when I don't need to use a scroll saw. So we'll use the dullest blade ever on this. Spin you guys around. Alright, we'll try and... Actually, I'm just going to do this. There would be that. Alright, now that you're all nauseous. Super hot. See, again, people underestimate how important like a good bandsaw is. I mean, it goes a long way. Gonna have to use a scroll saw because I don't have a fucking table to use to cut it correctly. Sorry, I don't have the correct table to cut it correctly, and so I'm gonna have to use my scroll saw, which I didn't want to use because it's, again, I don't have a workshop. I have a garage. Again, if you're here, hit the like button for me, please. Subscribe, watch some of my content. I don't know if this is going to cut it, though. I don't even know if this is going to work. Kids' toys everywhere. Crap everywhere. Got a scroll saw that I'm about to go knee-high with. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Pop up. Talking about my camper. That's an upright. Mind the grass. My son broke the wheel on the lawnmower, and I ordered one from Toro. First, I went to 5 different places to try to find a wheel. I've been alive for 46 years. I've never broken a rear wheel on a lawnmower like that. I don't even know how you do that. I mean, you would have to lift it up and slam it down on an angle, like going around a tree, but most normal people would push down and go around the tree. So it only begs the question, how do you snap a Toro wheel in half? This is the rear tire for my lawnmower that my son broke. I don't even know how that's possible. I went to Ace Hardware, Lowe's, Home Depot. They're like, yeah, we don't carry Toro. We don't carry Toro. I'm like, well, I don't think it has to be a Toro. I mean, if it's close enough in size, what does it matter? I've never broken a wheel. I've seen wheels come loose on the front or the self-drive unit, but I've never broken a rear wheel on a lawnmower. I don't even know how you do that, because you use the rear wheels as the pivot point. You're not pivoting on the rear wheels, or on the you're not lifting it up. I don't know. Why did this simple build in my head be like, yeah, it's gonna go super easy. I doubt this is gonna cut through this oak. I'm almost 100% positive it's not going to. It's actually cutting through it like butter. You can't see it. Hang on. Oh, I do have a grill pod, but I don't know. No. Alright, this isn't MGM Studios. This is the angle you're gonna get for right now. Oh, it's coming along. Hey, what are we congratulating? What happened? A lawnmower experience and I just learned the scroll saw. What size is it? It's a 16-inch scroll saw. Ryobi I got on Marketplace for, I don't remember, I think 70 or 80 bucks. It was still in the box, like in the wrapper at a garage sale on Marketplace. And I walked, I went up there and I'm like looking at it. It had 120 on it, which would have probably made sense given it was brand new. But he's like, just give me 80 bucks. I said, done. So it worked out pretty good. No, we're all right, Eric, take it easy, man. Congratulations on the certification, Rob. What did I miss? Yeah, I was doing surgery on my hand. I was doing surgery on my hand a second ago. That's why I'm wearing this, because I didn't stitch it. but I had to get the sliver out, and we'll see tomorrow if the sliver's out, because if not, my hand will be ballooned. I'll have to go to the hospital, and they'll have to go in where that's another reason why I did what I did. So it was in the area of where the sliver was, so if they have to go in and diamond cut it open, and stitch it, they'll know exactly where to go in to get the infection out of. I mean, I'd burn it out, but I don't have a field burn kit with me. So it's coming along. So I'm gonna just make these cuts here. About an hour. And it's actually, this scroll saw is cutting it better than my bandsaw. And this is oak. This is 1-inch oak. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shocked at how well, I mean, look at how clean that is. For a scroll saw. Mine that side. I gotta sand it all anyway. But this side was skipping a little bit. But once I got the flow on the other side. I just realized how ridiculously stupid that looks. I'll fix it. Peace. Okay, now it just needs a little more finessing, sanding. What I'm building is, I don't know if yeah. So it's an elf hat. I'll use that for Christmas. I'll throw it out, don't worry. So I'm gonna so it's gonna be this. Once I clean it up. Again, I didn't use a template for this because I've never made it. I made it up in my head. I'm sure somebody's probably built it. There isn't, I don't think there's a thing, well, that's not true. I have a video dropping tomorrow that nobody's built. And I have a couple Halloween videos that nobody's built. I know they haven't because I've looked everywhere. And then only one person on the internet has built. And they used a machine to do it. I did it by hand. Because I don't have a CNC machine because, yeah, I'm broke. I got 3 kids. Those are my CNC machines. So, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to clean it up later. Make sure that all the edges are symmetrical. Make sure that it lines up correctly. You know, with the sander and stuff like that. And what it is, I don't know if you guys heard what it was, is it goes like this. On the ground. And you use it to take off your boot at like a job site. Or a construction site. Or outside your house. So if you don't want to get mud all over your house. And all over your car. And you want to take your boots off when I sorry, I can't stand when it's messy. When I used to travel, it would be a pain in the butt to get the boots off. I didn't want to sit there and do it. So this is an easier way put it on the ground, and you put your heel in here and you put your one foot on it like this. Once it's done, you put your foot on it and then you put your other foot on it. Sorry, I got tarps just in case it rains. So you put your one foot on it and then you put your other foot here and you just lift up, you know, and it pulls your shoe off. And then when you're done, you put your other foot on there and you go like this. And you pull up and it pulls your shoe off. And then you just lean down. You'll be able to pick it up. You don't have dirt and stuff all over your hands. You throw it in the back of your truck in your bed. You throw it, you know, in the back seat of your car or your trunk. And you got an easier way to get your boots off or your shoes off when they're muddy or dirty or whatever. So it's another easy little project. Again, it didn't look easy because it took me forever to do it because I've never built it before. But I'll probably draw up some plans on Sketch-It. And again, you could probably research it. But it was a simple, so it's a 60-degree cut, 60 degrees on the miter. Or if you want to use your table saw or a jig, I recommend using a jig. And then just a bunny ear, you know. Again, I'll form the bunny ear more symmetrical, not on live. Just I wanted to give you guys an idea. I mean, it looks terrible, like with the shape. It's whatever. Normally I would have printed it out. Normally I would have did a template for it and drew it, so, and on the computer using a cylinder and stuff like that to make these, and then, you know, well. So this way, again, you're outside. I mean, you carry it, you know, like this. What I'm probably gonna do, once I formulate it better, is and you guys, I encourage you, try to build it better, build it different. I'm probably gonna put like a V in here, so you can, you know, pick it up, hold it, or, I mean, just be a man and pick it up with your hand. Throw it in the back of your rig, throw it in the back of your truck, throw it in your trunk. But now you don't got to get your hands full of mud, your socks full of mud, and your jeans all full of mud trying to get your shoe off. So I'll do a video on it later, but I wanted to do a live just to show you an idea that was in my head. And now we're going to be building. So would you guys rather build a miter saw and table saw blade holder, or an acrylic paint holder for crafts? Those are the two I got right now, today, anyway. Again, I thought my live would only be about an hour, because there's been some heavy storms in Illinois. There's been tornadoes, and I wasn't sure how long I'd have, and I knew if I set up, it's going to take me a while to get all this stuff down. So, also, if you're just tuning in and you remember my shop, again, I have a garage, Dad's garage, 24 hours. You know, this is no nothing, just wood, tables of wood, my table saw in the back there that I'm trying to dig out. I cleared out this whole section here of the wood that was from right here. I bought a shelf on Marketplace for $15, and this is where I stored all of the wood that I got on Marketplace that's from the Civil War. So now I can do stuff with all that. I can clean up all that, and I can get this table cleared off and get it out of here, so that I can put all this with the wood here, so that I can have this center section where I can get back to work with my table saw and be done with it. So it's coming along, but you know, not easy. I got kids. They start school tomorrow. I got, you know, house stuff I got to do. There's a million different projects I got to do. So my mallet is almost done. So if you guys remember, I screwed up my mallet, which I haven't finished yet because I'm waiting for the parts for my bandsaw to come in. So in the meantime, I made a hammer. I made a wooden hammer. I got to put the holes in here to get my handle in it, but it's a wooden hammer. I still have to get that. Again, I have to wait for the scroll saw. Won't go deep enough with it because of the height. So I have to wait for my bandsaw to get my V out of it for the nail remover. And then, you know, prototype. So instead of a wooden mallet, it's a wooden hammer. But this is going to be my mallet. Let me turn her around here. So this is going to be my mallet. I already did my glue up with my handle. As you can see, I got glue on it, but that doesn't matter. I'll be sanding it anyway. My maple. So it's going to be it's going to be whatever this is. We still haven't identified the wood. Maple, oak, and then it's going to look sharp once it's done. Once I'm finished with it, it's going to look top notch. Again, I thought this was pretty cool, right? Have you ever seen anybody make a freaking wooden hammer before? I cracked it in half. But this is going to be my prototype. So I'm going to use this as a template. So I'm inevitably, after I'm done with it, I'm going to saw it in half anyways to use it as a template. So I don't even know why I bothered gluing it up. But I wanted to get the shape of it out. And I mean, that's... See? So stay tuned for a video on how to build a wooden hammer. Super easy. Nothing really else new. I had to get, man, I'm like, it's 87% humidity. I've dealt with 110 degrees before. Not a problem. With full gear on. 70 pounds. Sometimes more. Sometimes less. And when it's this humid, I don't know how anyone lives in Florida or in like the southern states where it's always humid like this. Pass. Alright, so I'm just going to look for wood. So what did you guys decide what you wanted me to build? Hey, Dan. We lose Keith and all them. All my mods leave. They're all probably hanging out in Discord. Who comes into my live on a regular? I mean, I've only done 3. A knife holder? No, I'm not doing that. It's stupid. Everybody's done that. Hey, look, everybody. I'm not going to make fun of people. You want to build something like that, you can build something like that. But I'm not building a magnetic blade holder for the kitchen. It's not happening. No. I build things that are different. I mean, was that a cool concept? The knife holder or the blade? Yeah, the blade holder. I'll build the blade holder. Was that a cool concept with the magnetic knives that stick to the thing and you can? Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you cook, or if you don't have children, you kidding me? If my kids had easy access to a magnetic shoe stuff, like a sew knife, it'd be over with. Back crap's for single people. I try to make practical things that people can use on a daily basis, and are a little different. You'll see tomorrow in my video. Please check out the video tomorrow. It's a new Halloween build that, again, nobody's built it, and I know nobody's built it because I designed it. So how we're gonna do it is, it's just going to be, it's no crazy cuts, 22.5 degrees on the miter cuts. We're just going to be using like 1 inch. It's behind. Oh, it's actually here. We're using just wood, and then I'm going to make these on an angle, 22.5 degree angle, and 22.5 degree angle. Just a thing going straight up, thing going straight across. And then you would put your saw blade down in it. So it's got to be at least 12 inches so that the blade, and the width should be right around like 10 inches is what I'm thinking. It's going to stick out on the sides because I don't want to enclose it in the box, because now you're talking I have to build the sides instead of just using these for my sides. So this would be like one shelf, then another shelf, 1/8 inch apart from each other, and then the top will be where you can put your dados. All right. I have no mods in chat. And I was lucky enough, I don't know if you guys know, but I was lucky enough to have Finding Me did a shout out to me on one of his videos. He built my spooky wreath that we built last week on the live, and I did the video for. And he built it for his daughter, who has a craft show, or who had a craft show, or has one coming up at her, I'm assuming her school. And I think it's going to do well. But he did a shout out for me in his video. So check out the video by Finding by Me. It was like the coolest thing ever. I don't even know how to repay Todd for doing that. Todd's an awesome guy. He, he's one of the guys I started watching when I first started doing woodworking. So to have him do a shout out to me on one of his videos, where it actually shows my channel and everything, I was kind of just, I was getting text messages like, dude, Todd just shout you out. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I went and watched the video, and I'm like, man, how do you repay somebody who does that for you? But Todd's an awesome person. Check out his channel. It's called Finding Me. He does a really amazing woodworking. Okay, so I got one glove on. I had to perform surgery on my hand. I got a sliver in it. So as you can tell, we finished the one project ish. I'm just taking a quick break. Not that I need it, but I don't. Uh, I'm just having a square. Having a square. I'm 46, so that's what I call them. That's what we've always called them. Having a note, having a crayon. I don't vape, and I don't want to smoke on stream, so. I still hide that from my in-laws. Like they can't like smell cigarettes on me. But Teresa's been helping me try to quit because I have lung issues now, developmental of combat, and so I have my doctor's like you don't have a choice. You have to quit, or you're not gonna watch children, right? You know. All right, so. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, even plywood does that. It's nice to do that. It helps small channels, especially channels like mine. I only got a few videos out. I'm doing all Halloween stuff right now because that's what I sell this time of year. Since I got into woodworking, I started off doing small things with a 7 1/4 inch sliding saw, a coping saw, just by hand, making things by hand. And Halloween, I mean, every woodworker knows this is the time of year. This is when we make really good money. Spring, fall, Halloween projects sell, fall projects sell at craft shows. I mean, you can always CNC and laser engrave year round. You can't always decorate year round for certain holidays. So Halloween's a big money maker. Christmas is a big money maker for me. And how you doing, Ply? I like to. What's the significance of the 457? Ironically, that used to be my childhood address in the city. I'm gonna take you guys with me really quick. But if you haven't seen my shop, I don't have a shop. It's a garage. So I stand outside here under an easy up with my wood that I make, and I literally just work outside of my garage under an easy up. And when this is cleared out, once I get the shelves organized over here, all this won't be here. And then eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a shed in the back for lumber. So I was going to build a shed to do my woodworking with, but in the state of Illinois, anything over 10 by 15 on a slab adds to the square footage of your home. So you have to pay taxes on it, like you would in addition, even if it's detached. So there's no point to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a floating shed, 10 by 15, and it's going to be lumber storage and bin storage for all the crap that you guys see in the background there. And then the garage, because it's brick double insulated, will be my shop. So it'll all be cleared out. All the wood will be gone in here. And it'll be a couple of shelves of lumber and all my equipment. So this way I can work out in here year round, because when it comes to the winter, I don't have a heater in here as of yet. So if I go to look at one of my text messages, I don't know if it shuts off the live. And if you haven't noticed, that is a indoor charcoal grill. You put your charcoal in there, and you can grill inside charcoal. So I came inside to get something to drink. Now we use it to hold our Black & Decker, whatever that is, oven that we never use. But of course, you know, we had to buy it because why wouldn't we want to waste money? God forbid we get an air fryer again after I broke the other one, dropped it. Sorry, I just wanted to come in and cool off for a second. It's hot outside. This is the pop I drink. Real sugar because it metabolizes. Pepsi's the best. Fuck Coke. Do I have anybody in chat anymore? Sorry guys, I just came in to cool off. It's hot. And I'm trying to just figure out the next sorry. I'm trying to look at the photo of the build that I wanted to do. I sketched it out and I can't think of how I'm supposed to do it. So we're gonna wing it. But I have an idea in my head, so we're gonna roll with it. I'm thinking one solid 1/2 inch piece in the back, and then I'm gonna put 1 by 1.5s or 1/2 inch by 1.5s or 2 inch 1 by 2s going up, 2 going forward. I'm just gonna be doing butt joints, and I'm just gonna brad nail it. Normally I would either screw it. I mean, you can use pocket hole jigs if you're a Craig person and you like to use pocket hole jigs. I don't like using pocket hole jigs. You know, unless I absolutely have to. There's some projects that it's just easier. It's a craft. I don't care. You know, I know a lot of people are using pocket hole jigs for a lot of their builds now, and that's fine. But I'm just not a big pocket hole person, so. Oh man, it's hot. Okay. All right, back outside. Drink my pop, drink my water. That's right, I said pop. Who calls it soda? Nobody. No. 93% humidity. And it's about to rain. So I technically need to get all this stuff cleared up because the radar was showing red. And there's a severe thunderstorm watch and a tornado watch, but I don't care. We're going to try and do this build. Alright, so what I'm thinking, so I'm going to make and you know what I always run into? I always want to make something and I'm short one damn piece. I'll be like, yes, no. So I'm trying to make sure that I have enough to make it. Otherwise, I mean, it'll give you an idea. I gotta cut this end off. Let me cut this end off really quick. Guess I can bring you guys with me. Put my boot remover away. So to reiterate, if you're new and you haven't been in here, I know Beard's been in here, so I don't want to repeat it. Dozer's been in here, but I made it's it's to take off your boots if you're farming, if you're on construction sites, if you're cutting the grass, if you're swimming, whatever. But what it does is it's got a cut. I haven't, it's a prototype, so obviously I'll clean it all up, make it nice, and I'll use SketchUp to make the plans printable. Because eventually I'm going to just put all the plans on my YouTube for free, and you guys can have at it. Hopefully you guys can build it better. So it sits on the ground like this, and you stand on it like you would take your shoe off. Toe to heel. Instead of this, you stand on it and you pull your boot up. So this way you don't got to put your hand on your muddy work boots. Dog crap. Yeah, if you have a dog. If you live in San Francisco, homeless people crap. Sucker. Alright, so I'm going to make my base for my blade holder with these pieces of wood that I got, again, for free. Most of the wood I get is for free. So there's a milling part that doesn't line up. Let me cut that off too. I cannot wait to get a planer, because I have so many pieces of lumber like this, where if you see, it was milled to this point and then they just stopped with it. So there's a ridge that goes up and over. Well, if I had a planer, I would just send this bad boy into it. The jointer I have is good for shit. I might as well just put it out on the driveway and put free on it. It doesn't work right. I bought it for $30 in Marketplace, thinking I got a deal on it. I mean, it probably can be fixed, but it's so old at this point, and I don't really use it because I don't make a lot of furniture. I make practical things and crafts right now, especially this time of the year. So once I sell these crafts and stuff like that, I'll use that to upgrade my shop. Bandsaw, jointer, planer. Those are the three I want. Eventually I'll be buying those. Alright, so we're going to do... I got to find a piece of wood. I don't have any wood. You guys see any wood laying around I need? I'm thinking of using... It collapsed when I stood on it. I'm thinking about using... Not oak. Not this white oak. I'm thinking of using this. Because a lot of this is crafting wood that I don't use anymore. Or that I didn't use. I'm going to use now. I'm actually going to use this piece of wood right here. So this will be our front. This will be our box. I don't even... Straight. Is it even... Well, we're going to take it over to the miter station. How you doing? Vote for Donnelly. All right. All right, give me 1 second here. Alright. Let me take this down. I got my 2x here for sale for $300. Now I know what you're thinking. And you can make $300 with this one 2x4. Haven't you watched YouTube? So I got it for sale. I'll see if anyone in the neighborhood wants to come by and buy it for $300. I might do two. We'll see. You know. Got a few people interested. I'm going to make a video on it. So if anyone is interested in a 2x4 for sale for $300, you know. Hey, everybody says it. You make $300 with one 2x4. So I'm trying to make that money. No buyers yet, Benner. I'll probably give it away in like a giveaway. Could you imagine if I just shipped somebody a 2x4? Like, why'd you send me a 2x4, dude? Like, it's $300. What are you talking about? I have so many scraps. See, and normally crap like this I would just throw out. Like all these little scraps. The uterus I'll throw out. But the, that sounded weird. This piece of wood I'll throw out. These oak pieces I'll throw out. But I get yelled at by Keith and them. It's like, you know, throw all this crap out. And I'll be honest with you. These stupid pieces of wood, I have a video coming out where you can make projects with small pieces like this of cut off 2x4s. And people buy it for like $15 and $20. I just put a little bit of paint on it and I put a design on it. I got a video coming out for that. But all these little end pieces, I'll cut it straight or I'll leave it like that. And I sell them in my craft booths for smalls. I'll be like, you know, one's for $7, you know, 1 for $7, 2 for $10, or, you know, 1 for, you know, $10, 3 for, you know, 3 for $20 or something like that. But you can actually, that's why I love the fall. You could get rid, like in the summer, no one, I mean, you have stuff like this, you burn it, most people burn it, you get rid of it. In the fall, I mean, you could make things with these pieces of wood. You know what I mean? So why throw it out? I know it sounds impractical, but I'm coming from a few years experience with craft shows. Over 30 craft shows I've gone to. Some with a $200 booth fee. That was a waste of money. Some with a $50 booth fee. Some that require you to show them an inventory report list when you get there. They literally have somebody check all your stuff. They check it on their list. And then when you leave, they check your stuff so that you can't do sales on the side outside of using their POS system. I will never do a show like that again. Now, I did sell probably close to $1,700 in 2 days, but they took 15%. So then you got to factor in everything else. Factor in my labor. I'm sitting there, right? So you factor in your labor, all the time it took for me to make it, the material costs it took, the food expenses, the travel expenses, gas, it all adds up, the insurance, it all adds up. So, you know, you see all the time on these ads, I make $3,000 in one show. No, you don't. I mean, no, you don't. You don't. I know you don't. I've been to the shows. You may, after you pay yourself and everything, if you don't pay taxes, you're coming home from 3,000. You're coming home with 1,100, maybe a little bit more after everything's paid for. Son of a... I don't know if you guys do any craft shows, but... Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm cutting... I'm going to cut my base for it, but I wanted to see if it was squared off. It's not. But we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. Prototype. Mask up. Always wear a mask when you're. I know I'm working outside, guys, but always put a mask on. The stuff that they put in wood today, as a preservative and as a cleaning agent, it's some wicked stuff. I mean, and most people, as you know, woodworkers, you can tell when you cut a piece of wood. Sorry, everyone. It's starting to rain. How you doing, Juanita? We're making a holder for blades for a miter or table saw. Yeah, I don't know if that's your thing, but you're more than welcome. Hit the like, subscribe if you want. I do a lot of cool Halloween builds and craft ideas. Alright, so remember, we were supposed to make a drinking game out of that. Every time I say okay, so you have to take a drink of a beverage, alcoholic-free beverage. Drinking is the devil. Actually, I've been sober for 15 years. Yeah, March will be 16 years. Best choice I ever made. Some people can drink. I wasn't able to. I had enough skeletons in my closet from the military. I crawled inside of a bottle to escape my issues and almost ruined my life. So I sobered up. Thank you, Benner. And everyone asks, was it hard? No. For me, it wasn't. For a lot of people, it is. I've had friends try to quit drinking because of family issues or marital issues, and you know, they'll go 6 months without drinking, and you'll see them at a bar. Addiction's a cruel beast, man. You know, if you can drink and manage your life, you're one of the rare ones, but I couldn't. So, all right, so here we it's gonna be, actually, I'm gonna swing you guys over here with my selfie stick that I made. All right, so we got our base. So we're just gonna do butt joints. We're not gonna do any miter joints because it's going to be for blades, you know, saw blades. You know, it doesn't need to be crazy. Let's see here. So I'm just gonna butt joint it. You can laugh if you want to. He said butt joint. Dude, with the fucking pencils, man. I swear to God. They have pocket protectors for the guys that work at NASA in, like, you know, office buildings. Why don't I'm gonna build something that's like for, like, you know, like that goes on your hat. It's like a hook that clips onto your hat, so you know where it always is. Usually I got it flowing in my ear, but you take it out to measure, you put it back behind the ear. Alright, so we're gonna make a cut here. And I'm gonna creep into it. And this board is not 100% aligned right here. I could mill it on here. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it square. Why not? We're doing it right. We're here. We're here. We might as well make sure it's straight. So I know my ends are straight, and I can tell by this that it is not. So okay, we're flush. Now I'm gonna have to readjust my cuts. But that's alright. That's alright. It's alright. I'm from Chicago. Hey Wayne, how you doing, boss? Wayne, you questioned my sub authority to you, brother? I was sub to you like 3 months ago, man. Wayne was questioning the knot. You know what I mean? I'm doing good, Wayne. I hope you guys don't mind me repeating that. So if you're a construction worker, honestly, it doesn't matter who you are. I built prototyping a build that can get to it. So this is it. It's a prototype. Obviously this is oak, so I'm gonna clean up these edges, and I'm gonna put a. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a stencil on it based off of my dimensions here, and make sure that it's uniformed all the way around. But it sits. It's a project that sits like this, and you know, once it's adhered, and it's for taking off your shoes. If you're on a job site, you know, you just put this guy, you take it out of your bed of your truck, out of the back seat, you throw it on the ground, boom, you slide your shoes off without touching your dirty shoes, your concrete shoes, whatever it is, your grassy filled shoes, your dog poop filled shoes. So patent pending. And that's the other thing, guys, when it comes to woodworking, somebody's built it, probably. I mean, I know I have a couple builds that nobody's built. I mean, I didn't run to the patent office to check, but for the most part, everything that you think of can be built has been built. So, you know, you can't really take, if you're a woodworker doing YouTube, just build it. Just build it. Don't worry about if someone's going to call you out. They can't. Where did you get it? Oh yeah, shut up. So the reason I'm doing this is because I just matched up the wood. I thought BV would be in here today, but not today, I guess, huh? James is back. Do I have any mods in my channel? Actually, what I want to do is if I go to chat, hey, Cedar Point's here. Finally. I mean, now I can start the stream. I'm building a blade holder for your miter saw blades, your dados, and your table saw blades. It's going to be an angular cut thing that you can mount on your garage wall. Just a box, and you'll be able to cut your or put your blades in it. So I'm thinking, I'm chinking, and then, that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. It's tough when you don't. So I'm right now making the sides. Mask up. Okay. Alright, so got my piece there. You guys can't see it. I'm going to move you around here. Probably still can't see it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just using butt joints. I'm not going to 45 them because if you want to mount this on the wall, I don't know, I just think it would hold better without it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Alright. Smack those joints. I don't know what that means, but you mean marijuana? A little bit of how's your neighbor? A little bit of, you said butt joints? Yeah. Hey Roger, how you doing? We're making miter and table saw blade holder for your garage, shop, whatever, I guess. I'm going to switch from, I want to say it's 1/4 inch. Yeah, so I'm going to switch from 1/4 inch ply to 3/4 inch ply just because I want a better adhesion and I want a better fit. So I'm going to use my 1/4 inch ply for the top maybe, and then my 3/4 inch ply for the base. Alright, so much thicker than the other one. It'll give me a better base. So it'll give me a better base so that when I put my sides on it, it'll line up a lot better. And then I can get my screws in there. I was going to do brad nails. But I probably am not going to now. And Teresa's home with the kiddos. So let's get ready to scream. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that, man. I got another video dropping tomorrow of another build that nobody's done. I have guaranteed four more projects that nobody's ever made a YouTube on. One of them has one YouTube on it. My fifth project. Only one person made it, and they used a CNC machine to do it. I showed how to break it down and do it by hand. So stay tuned for more spooky builds. This is what I do this time of year. I like to make things that aren't on the market because everybody knows the square jack-o'-lanterns. Everybody makes them. Nobody buys them. I have... Hey! What are you guys doing? How was school? Did you behave? How were they at school? Good?
Had an accident,
Yeah.
right at the end of the day. Close the door.
I'm live right now. You want to say hi to everybody at YouTube? No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Nobody wants to see you anyway. That's fine. Whatever.
Well, I'm in my work clothes. Yeah.
Cheaper to keep her, you know what they say.
What?
What? Yeah, I mean, so you'll like Roger. The video drops tomorrow. And they're projects that anybody can make. I make crafts that anybody can make, not just intermediate and experienced woodworkers, because not everybody has that kind of equipment. I mean, I'm based out of my garage. I don't have a professional woodworking shop. I don't have a professional anything. The only thing I have is my 12-inch sliding miter saw that I got from last year's stuff that I sold. So every year I'll make money on crafts. I'll upgrade a piece of equipment. You know what I mean? I don't have any sponsors. I don't have... What's up? Where are your shoes?
You took them off. You get back outside.
Can you put your Crocs on at least? Oh, you don't want to, huh? Okay.
So this is going to rain in 4 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get this done, babe. Hey, what did you just tell me a minute ago? Did you? I thought I heard you say you don't want. You told me no. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I thought I heard something. My kids don't get timeouts. I'm a Gen Xer. Okay, so I have now. Yeah, I'm right outside of Chicago, by O'Hare Airport. So I'm in the eastbound westbound flight path. Well, by the time they reach me, they're probably around 10,000 feet, give or take. But you know, a 747, even a 707, 737, they're not quiet. Plus, there's local airports in the area, so you'll hear single prop Cessnas, turbojets. You know.
Mommy, I found white mushrooms.
Yeah, honestly, from living in Chicago, like, you know, since I was a kid, you don't even hear it. You know, it's like some people live in the country by like heavy freighting train lines, and they go by all the time. You just don't hear it, so I don't even hear it anymore. When I go back and watch my videos to edit it, I'm like, man. All right, so I got my sides. Da Bears, best football team in the league. Say something. We'll see. We'll see. I always have high hopes. But I mean, you know, wherever you guys are from. I'll be honest though, I'm a bigger college football guy than I am the NFL guy. Uh, these college kids work their ass off. They used to not be paid, you know, so they were trying to get to the show. So these kids would, I mean, they're playing with broken fingers, broken hands, broken wrists, ACL injuries. College football is where it's at for me. These kids, they work hard. They're not spoiled little brats. What's going on, Dan? Well, that's because you're a Packer fan, and we all know the Packers. Stick with me next week in my live while we burn Packer gear. So when it comes down to that too, also, yeah, I'm a Cubs fan, even though my family's from the South Side. We're all Cubs fans in my family, except for one of my brothers. He's a Sox fan. It's whatever. Cubs fans are different than Sox fans, though. Sox fans talk shit. Cubs fans can care less. I was there rooting for Chicago when the Sox were in the World Series. I wasn't rooting against them. When the Cubs were in the World Series, all my friends that were Sox fans were like booing when we won. It's like, dude, you're from here, man. Like, what's wrong with you? I get it. It's not your team, but it's still from Chicago, man. You got to represent your city. No matter where you live in the country, you represent your city. Support your city, man. All right, so I have an idea of what I want to do. And I'm not... Here's one thing I'm not able, and I'm not sure I can do. Am I allowed... Who's a YouTube person? Clearly, I'm new to it. And hopefully you guys hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. I got a bunch of Halloween crafts coming out, new ones. That will make you money. I know they will. If I go to check an image while I'm live on my phone, an image that I saved in my gallery, two things. One, does it boot me? And two, does it show you guys what I'm doing? Because I don't want to go in. I have kids in my kids are in my feed, and I don't in my gallery, and I don't need to broadcast that to the world. I don't even post pictures of my children on Facebook because I don't want the Marine coming out, and then I got to destroy half the city. All right. Anybody know? Does anybody know if I can check my images without it broadcasting them on YouTube? What's up?
When I was at school outside, a bird like pooped on my shirt.
A bird pooped on your shirt?
Yeah, because I wiped it off.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay, well, why are you still wearing the shirt? Take it off. It's gross.
keep it like this.
Well, it's starting to rain, so it'll cool you off. Ride your bike in the rain. Remember, you see lightning, stay away from a tree. That's all. You'll be all right. The odds of getting struck by lightning, buddy, are slim to none. You'll be good. It's just the rain. Yeah, basketball. I don't even watch basketball. The Bulls. Are the Bulls even? I don't even know who won this year. I don't even know who won. Ironically, I don't watch the basketball games. I don't watch hockey. I used to be a big Blackhawks guy, and after the Patrick Kane era, they went to shit, and I don't watch it anymore. I really only watch college football and the NFL. And the reason I watch the NFL mainly, and I'll be honest, not just because I'm a Bears fan, but because I'm in fantasy leagues. Does anybody... Okay, I'm just going to do it. Hopefully it doesn't All right, so the way I have the design is that there's just a back on a 1/2 inch like this. I don't know why I'm doing that when I have the wood right here. So it's just like this. And then an angle of the pieces going up. So we're going to start to do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. It's hard because I don't... Yeah. You guys ever do that? We used to do this on base all the time. You guys ever do this like on job sites? Where you have whoever cracks the tape buys lunch. You got to go as far as you possibly can before you crack it. And like, I mean, you're slowly inching it, and then whoever freaking cracks it, owes lunch. Where's my pop? Damn it! Keep forgetting about it. Now it's probably riddled with ants and who knows what else. Am I the only one also that leaves my pre-stained rags on the grass? I don't put pre-stained rags in the garbage. I literally lay them in my grass. My neighbors probably, you know, well, they know I do woodworking. They're all Cubs fans out here anyway. With the 50-50 chance you make it back. Benson is still out there. You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube?
Hi.
There's only 12 people watching. There you go. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You gotta be like a video. Right? Hey, what's up? Today we're gonna be making rigatoni of the Joey with some Italian dressing. I'm not Italian, by the way. I'm Irish and Polish. Everybody relies on editing, on AI now. So I got a sliver from some janky wood in my hand. I cut it out and did surgery on it. So we're gonna see if it's infected by tomorrow. If it is, I'll have to go to the hospital so they can cut that section out. And that's just the deal. That's just how it works. Banner, I think you're the only one here, man. I appreciate you being in chat. I got no mods. Oh, Cedar Point's in. He's a mod. Sorry, guys. I just need to cool off. Oh, yeah. Can I, is anyone using your phone?
Yeah, right.
I need to, I need to get an image off my phone because I need to see it. Val's here, once in a blue moon. Supposed to be hanging out the whole time like I do in his lives. Also, if you guys want to subscribe to Cedar Point, amazing. Oh, everybody in chat. I think we're all woodworkers. Valhalla. You guys should subscribe to each other. I know it's a vertical live, but hey, Val, did I show you the hammer I made, Ben? It's a wooden hammer. I still have to notch it out, but I don't have this is the prototype. But it's going to be a wooden hammer, and I'm going to, like, you know, the way I finish it's going to look awesome. Because, you know, they'll have the handle. So, kind of cool. I mean, you probably, I wouldn't use it for actually taking out nails and stuff because it'll probably crack it. I got the stuff for my mallet. I gotta glue up. Here, check it out. So it's going to be a unique handle, my new mallet build. Because my old one, again, I can't, it sucks. I'll be honest. When you have a bandsaw and it breaks, you, it sucks because you're so reliant on it. So you'll go to like, I'll use my scroll saw, and my scroll saw works fairly well. But when you have hardwoods like that oak, it was struggling. It did cut through that inch oak on my 16-inch Ryobi. But now I'm stuck with this that's misshaped because I wasn't able to finish my cuts. I do not have an oscillating sander. I do not have a belt sander. I have an orbital sander. I have a handheld belt sander that I could turn upside down, but I don't have a vise. Again, guys, I started this wood shop, my garage, not long ago at all, and I've been graced by the glory of God that I'm doing well on YouTube and I'm doing well with the woodworking. I have all of you to thank for it. I have no way to thank you. I mean, I'll be thanking everybody by doing giveaways for free. Even when I know that you guys can subscribe to me and stuff like that, I'll always be giving stuff away for free. There's no way I can extend my thanks to everybody in the woodworking community that supported me. It saved me in a way more than you guys will really know, and there's really no way I can pay you guys back for that, other than to give you some stuff, I guess, and hopefully some stickers and some bills. I'll just mail you a bill, mail you a mallet. Nobody wants a mallet. Let's be honest. A shot ski. I'll mail you guys a shot ski. How about that? And oh yeah, Val. I don't know if you're interested, if you want to buy this, man, but I got it for sale. It's a 2x4. I got it. It's $300 right now. I'll probably bring it down to like $250. It is 12 feet. Pine, premium cut. So premium cut pine. So any takers, hit that like button and comment below if you want a $300 piece of 2x4. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, it's starting to rain in, well, as you all know. That's it. Time for dinner. Let's go. Yeah, I don't care if it's raining. You get to stay outside in the rain all you want, but it's time for dinner. Mom wants you to go in and eat. Time for dinner. Go inside and eat. Yeah, you can come outside and play in the rain when you're done. Some parents are, you can't go outside, it's raining. Why not? Well, they'll get sick. That's not how that works. Especially when it's cold outside. You guys remember that? I'm 46 years old. We were outside. It didn't matter. In the winter, My mom would be like, "It's cold out." Well, yeah, wear a hat, put on gloves. I don't know what to tell you. Put on more layers. Get the hell out of the house. I'm cleaning it. All right. We would take our shovels in the winter, and we would go door to door and shovel people's driveways in the winter when we were like 7, 8 years old for like $2, $5. We in the summer we'd hit up people's houses, knocking on them. Can I cut your grass for $10? $10 back in '88 was a lot of money. Now these kids, they work, they want, hey man, I want 18 an hour. Okay. What do you know? Well, I know how to play Fortnite. Yeah, exactly. No, I'll give you $11 an hour. Or whatever minimum wage is now. $15 an hour. It's ridiculous. And then they complain, it's not a livable wage, man. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's minimum wage. Minimum wage. Livable wages are two different things. Livable and minimum are two different things. And maybe if you weren't playing video games all night, you'd be making livable wages. $103 Wednesday. What's that? What's that, Benner? That's how. Just working the rain. It's fine. Yeah, I'm working in the rain. What's it gonna do? Warp my shitty wood? I got surge protectors and GFI. If it pops, if I get electrocuted, I mean, I did surgery on my hand. If you hear the sirens going off, that's when I'll probably wrap it up. I'm actually going to wrap up in like 20 minutes. Oh, Keith, since you're here, if I look at an image in my gallery, it doesn't broadcast it to YouTube, does it? Again, if you guys aren't subscribed already to Keith Brewer Woodworks, please do it. Same with Woodshed by Dan. These guys are all amazing woodworkers. Benners, Rainy Ridge. Subscribe to them. Cedar Point. They're all amazing woodworkers. If there isn't a day where I haven't learned something from one of their videos. I'm always going in there. I love hanging out with the community. No, you didn't. Well, I'm trying to. Oh, see? It says, do I want to cancel? And be like, oh, yeah, okay. My mind won't allow me to store that data. Like, I see it in my head, but when I visually see it, it's different. Maybe it's the massive blows to the head I suffered. See, Dan's working. He's working and watching. I encourage everybody to do that. I mean, the only one in chat right now was Benners, Keith, Highback. Highback's another one. Check out his channel. He's an awesome woodworker. He turns pens, amazing pens. He does giveaways on Tuesdays, turning Tuesdays. I like how you did I like how you started using the end grain for your cutting boards to turn and make pens out of it. That's an awesome idea, dude. Because now you get like all these pieces of wood combined together and it just makes a badass pen. It's just really cool. But let me know if you guys enjoy my lives, you know. Like I said, I try to come on and we do a different build every time. Stuff that you either seen, stuff that you haven't seen, stuff that maybe gets the juices flowing. Hit the like button, please. Or should I be one of those other people that just hold a sign up and say that I won't talk until I get 1,000 likes? I ran across that today. She was just sitting there with a name on her forehead. God bless her father. That says, "I don't talk until I get 1,000 likes." Clearly, that's a looped video because no one's going to sit there all day until they get 1,000 likes, which I love because the new YouTube algorithm is going to be erasing. It's going to be deleting those channels because it's going to be like, no, like we're not. Just you're not going to stream for, you know, 12 hours on a loop and retain watch time and you know, and then you got the other channels that there's people licking microphones and doing this shit. Should I just do that for fucking 3 hours? Ridiculous. YouTube is crazy, man. YouTube lets you know where we're at as society, I'll tell you that. What's really cool is you got guys trucking out there. They're out there rigging it. You got people, you know, doing their political channels. You got people doing all sorts of cool stuff. But then you get the morons that it's just like, you know, they got their bot channels. They're paid for subscribers. I got 60,000 subs. Yeah? Why do you have 10 comments? Why are there only 20 people in your freaking live? Not even. Fuck out of here. It's clearly evident that you paid for that. Maybe not in your lives because not everybody likes to watch a live feed, but you definitely open up the weirdness when you go onto YouTube live verticals. Sorry, I'm smoking, and I don't like to smoke on live streams. I don't like to smoke around my children. I act like I'm like 17 years old hiding it from my mom and dad when I smoke. Like if I'm talking to neighbors, I'll put a cigarette out. I won't even acknowledge them with a cigarette. Like I just feel like it's rude. You know, smoking's a Gen X thing. Nobody smokes anymore. Everybody vapes. I don't vape because of the propylene glycol that's in the vape. There's alcohol in it. And nobody really knows what the hell you're vaping anyways. Val likes to vape, that's for sure. All my friends quit smoking, but they vape. I'm like, dude, you're still smoking. You're just smoking something else. Granted, you're not getting all the harmful chemicals out of the cigarette, but what are you getting? Tell me the chemical makeup. Vapes are, you know, it is what it is. I don't care what these kids are doing today. Highback just quit yesterday smoking. Sorry, I'm stretching out my muscles. I had injections done 2 weeks ago, and it feel like it made it worse. I don't feel like it made it any better. And they're like, well, it's going to feel worse because now what we did is we relaxed. We put medicine in the area that was the problem in your spine. Now you're feeling the muscle effects of what we did, and you're feeling the muscle, the nerve effects of the damage done to your spine. So it's going to be painful without physical therapy. And I'm like, so, okay. So then why? I mean, I wasn't in this kind of pain before you guys did these fucking injections in my back. So what's the deal? And they're like, well, because the muscles were so tight around your spine trying to prevent damage to the area that you really weren't feeling anything unless you overdid it. But now that, you know, the medicine's in there, it's relaxing me. Speak of the devil. There's Anthony. Anthony, you want to say hi to YouTube Live?
What?
You want to say hi? There's Anthony out there with his vape. He wears hoodies when it's 98 degrees out and Crocs with socks. That's what these kids wear. Hoodies, vapes, and Crocs. Anthony has a good job. He's working. He's making that money. Slinging that Apex. Boss Sniper, it's my account if you want to hit him up on Xbox for Apex Legends. You guys play video games? I don't know.
Dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play.
Yeah, I mean, and I wish there was something I could do about the back pain, and you know,
I won't even be able to play.
they just said with physical therapy the muscles will strengthen and the pain will be gone. I'm like, yeah, but in the meantime, you know, I can't freaking play with my kids. A lot of it is from my past. A lot of it is from I was in a car accident in February, and yeah, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm gonna put a tarp on that, but I don't think it's supposed to thunderstorm.
It's rain later too.
Yeah, I know. Well, I gotta bag those down so that the Easy Up doesn't fly into the neighbor's car, and then I got a bigger issue. And I still wanna. It's supposed to die down so I can finish this build. Yeah, I know. I don't understand why they wear Crocs. I don't get Crocs. I really don't. I've tried them on. They're not comfortable. I mean, the first time you saw them was in a movie called Idiocracy with, is that Owen Wilson? No, Luke Wilson. He was wearing them in the jail scene in the beginning of the movie, or in the beginning-ish of the movie. He was wearing Crocs, and that's where it started. Like, that's when the craze kind of started, you know. Nurses started wearing them because I get it. I mean, the nurses are rock stars, man. They're the glue that holds hospitals together, and they get shit on all the time. But so I get it. They wear them, but I don't why they wear them. I don't. He'll wear fucking Crocs to a job interview. I took him to go get a job, and he was wearing Crocs. I'm like, dude, how about you wear shoes? You look like you're fucking just got off the field, bro. I mean, I guess we used to wear, when I was younger and I would play football, I'd kick, I mean, the minute the game ended, my cleats were off and I had my sandals on. I was like, ah.
I work nights and my sleep schedule fucked up and I don't really, like, when I work.
There was a movie, Idiocracy. It's where we're at right now in society, which is probably relevant to why they're wearing the Crocs. If you watch it, it's a bunch of people that use Gatorade to water their crops, and they can't figure out why their crops won't grow. Yeah, they like Luke Wilson like wakes up like in the future, and it's the Maya Rudolph's in it. It's funny, but you know, I grew up with a different generation. I grew up with the Mel Brooks films that they definitely can't remake. I mean, the closest you'll get to a Mel Brooks films was Tropic Thunder, and that was so funny, that movie.
No one cares about that.
I'm waiting for them to leave so I can go finish what I'm doing.
If you want to work, you're gonna work. It's like telling a job that you don't.
Yeah, Benner, I think, don't you do your lives in your freaking Crocs when you're in your shop?
I mean, I have 42 hours this week.
42 hours of Apex?
No, 42 hours of work.
Oh, 42 hours of work. That's good. 8 more hours for 50. Push the limit.
I'd be able to get 50 if I worked Saturdays, but I work 6 days a week.
So, what else you got to do?
School.
So?
I'm not gonna be able to fucking do that. I'm trying to get done with Kenny. Once I'm done with all this stuff, I'm done with school. So I'm trying to get that shit done by first semester. I'm probably gonna tell Lou to put me up for like 3 days. Yes, I work less, but I'll still be making money.
Well, yeah, you got to focus on your. We got one more year left of school, dude.
It's not even one more year. I have one more semester of school. I can have one more semester of school.
Either way.
With school forever.
Your school comes first.
That's what I'm saying. I might just tell I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play Apex anymore. That's the thing that's gonna suck. I just bought a new controller and then school starts and literally tomorrow I have work. I get out at 1:18 because I have double early release and late start. So I go in. I start at 8:15. I leave school at 1:18. So either way, I get home and I have to leave for work because I start work at 4 and I leave by what 2 something, 2:40, and I have to eat.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah.
And
You saw Tropic Thunder, right?
What?
Tropic Thunder. You saw that movie, right?
Probably have. I don't remember. I don't really watch movies.
Yeah.
I watch Twitch.
You watch Twitch?
Yeah. I watch Twitch more
Jesus.
than anything. My most views.
I mean, I guess I can't say anything. I'm on YouTube Live right now, Anthony. I'm trying to get this project done, but the rain is preventing me from. Well, it's not preventing me, but. All right, we're gonna go and
No, but
start. We're gonna keep going here.
yesterday sucked. And I hated it. Dude, Kenny, I got told to come in early yesterday.
It's the man test.
And I went in early to work, and then I was the only bus over there, and I had to do inside and outside both closing. I don't know how I got home early. But I also, no, Kenny, like there was no other busser. It was really just me, and like the inside and like our manager sucks. Eric sucks at fucking doing his job. Like it's just. It's just like he kept it, like he would sit people inside and outside when we're supposed to have the inside open, and he was like, oh, it's because of the rain, and I was like, well, the rain stopped, like there is no more rain now. So and then he just kept them both open, and then
Can you hand me that piece of wood right there?
right here.
No. Yep.
And then he did that, and then he told me, and then he literally said he's closing both the inside and the outside at the same time. And I was like, you want me to close both? And the bar at the same time. I was like, you just don't know how to do your job. Thank God I'm just good at my job.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, so you guys will not be seeing me tomorrow or Wednesday because I work both. And probably Thursday and Friday. I work every day besides Saturday and Monday. So only days I
All right. Yeah, it's gross out here. It's hot. Feels like Florida. I mean, I can't even translate what you just said, dude, but I'll pretend I understood it. Anthony, I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it to you, man. That's my line now to my son. He's my stepson, but he's my son. I'm like, dude, I don't got the time or the crayons to explain it to you. Like you look like the type of person that sits on the TV and watches the sofa. You know what I mean? So. What's up? Oh yeah, put your wheel back on. Careful. Yeah, well, we need to take them off. You don't need them anymore. Training wheels are for like 3-year-olds. Yeah, Mel Brooks. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to be getting off in a minute. I'm just trying to do a few cuts here because I want to see how I'm going to do my angles. It's, again, without my selfie stick thing, it's kind of difficult. You guys ever do the man test on anybody? You hand a friend, hand anybody a drill. You ever do the man test? You guys know what the man test is? Anybody know what the man test is? Yeah. So the man test with a drill, you hand somebody a drill, and the first thing they're supposed to do is do this. If they don't do that, take it out of their hands. They're not a man. Or a woman, I guess. You always pull the trigger. It's the drill test, man. It's like the Mario test. Look at that. Look at those angles. Alright, so I'm going to pre-drill. Stay here. What's up, boss? I'm not cooking. Rainy Ridge, yeah, we know. Heather is trying to explain that she's not a man. But I'm talking about the drill test. Sarah, you hand a guy or a woman a drill, and the first thing they should do is you gotta pull the trigger. You never heard of that? I mean, I'm not speaking in tongues. You guys never heard of that? You hand somebody a power tool, if they don't pull the trigger on it, doesn't matter who you are. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to make a backing for it. So I'm gonna cut the backing piece probably. I'm gonna 16 inches. 16 inches is a good number. So, hey Dennis, how you doing? I don't know any Harrys. No, Harry and the Hendersons. Kind of like clicking a pen. Yeah, if you work at NASA. What are you doing, Riley? Benson, what are you doing? No, don't take it off. No. Cause it has to be. Put the other one back on. I have to take it off with the. That's not how it works. I love your creativity though, dude. I have to take them off with a wrench, bud. You don't just take. My son's trying to kick the training wheel off of his bike. He's trying to literally kick it like. There's no kickstand on the bike. He put the bike in a pothole in the street and was trying to kick the training wheels off of the bike because there's no kickstand. So he's like, well, I'll just wedge it in the pothole. Smart. I try to help. So a lot of times what I do with my kids is I teach them to think outside the box. I'll put them in situations situations that involve thinking. And I'll be like, what would you do? How do you counter that? What would you, I mean, I understand they're very young, but never too late. 4 or 5 years old. You got to start problem solving. The kids don't know how to problem solve today, so I mean, he'll learn his numbers and stuff in school, and he's actually already knows how to do all that now. And what's that? What's that, bud? Can I take them off now? No. How about we don't take them off right now because we'll wait. Because I don't need you getting hurt. You start school tomorrow, and I don't want you getting hurt before school starts. Yeah, I know. That's a bummer, dude. Yeah, it's all right. Have fun. You want to ride the car? The battery's charged inside. Okay. First of all, yeah, you know, that tone. You're at a 10. We need you at about a 3 there, boss. Or you're going to get a 2 or a 9 in the butt. Hey, Dan. I'm just repeating everybody. Dan's been here like the majority of the time. Sayer just did a live yesterday. It was with Keith. It was actually really good. He did a discussion on tools. Sarah's very knowledgeable when it comes to tools and the proper uses of them and the proper way to actually use them. Sarah, I'm building a miter saw blade holder and a blade holder, just a blade holder for your miter saw blades and your table saw blades. So it's going to be an angled like stand that you could put on the wall, and you just pull out whatever blade it is you need. And hey, Rai. Riley, if you want, I charged your battery for your car. Well, you got to get the battery from Mom. Tell Mom to put the battery in your car. Now bring your juice with. Well, then you can go. Riley, she's not going to know. You got to go inside and tell her. Here, I'll go tell Mom. Hang on. Please, Riley's running around the back. Can you get the battery for the car? He's like, yeah, Mom, you do it. What you guys eat? Something. Alright. I want chicken nuggets from McDonald's so bad. Well, he figured out a way to get the tires off. Hey, you see those metal things on the... Come here. Come here. Put the wheels down and bring the bike. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Alright, so I'm going to make my cut 16 inches. I think we're all greenhorns. Alright.
So yeah, what? What?
So yeah, what? What do you mean, yeah, what?
Why'd you want to come over here?
Because. See, look what I'm doing. Isn't that cool? Because you can't ride your bike with those metal things on there. You're gonna fall. Look. Can you please not ride your bike without the tires on for now, okay? Please. You're not ready. You need to wear a helmet when you do it. So I don't want you to fall and trip it, okay? Yes. Where are the tires? Go get the tires so I can put them on for now. Daddy's got to take these off. I got to take these things off. And in order to do that, I have to loosen all the bolts. And I'm on YouTube right now.
You can't take it off?
No, not right now, Mike.
Which one?
Yeah. So can you please go get your tires? Now I feel bad. Now I feel like I should be. He wants to ride his bike without the training wheels, and you guys even like my lives? 'Cause I'm kind of like up in the air about doing them, just because it's like I don't know. I don't feel like I have enough experience to be doing live YouTube. So why did I do that? Yeah, so it's coming along. I'm just trying to figure out, because my 1/2 inch plywood is a different thickness than my 1/4 inch plywood, and I don't have a table saw to rip it down to the size I need. I can't use my miter saw. I hear Riley. I hear my son's car. So it was a Hot Wheels car that I messed with it a little bit and made it faster, because it was going 2 miles an hour, and I just was like, yeah, you can't learn like that. We didn't have Hot Wheels when we were kids. I had a go-kart. I literally was put on the back of a go-kart, and I crashed, and then I didn't crash. That's it. You learn. Lean into your turns. Okay. That's it. Like driver's ed. I was driving my mom and dad's car when I was 14 years old. They'd go out of town, or they'd go out to dinner, and we'd take the extra key, and we had one of those old station wagons with the back seat that faced backwards. One of the old Buicks, and a Chevy Caprice station wagon, both with the seats that faced backwards. And when they would go out of town, or they'd go out to dinner or something like that, me and my older brothers would friggin' take the keys, and we'd be going. So I learned how to drive when I was like 14, 15 years old. I went to driver's ed in high school, and my driver's ed teacher called my mom and was like, he's like one of the best drivers ever. And I'm like, thanks, man. I pay attention. They didn't know that I was like already like 2 years deep into driving. Yeah, and go-karts was another way to learn. If you know how to drive a go-kart, you know how to ride a bike. And it is what it is. But I'm going to be getting off here. Actually, I went past my time by like 10 minutes. Sorry I didn't finish this build. I'm going to finish it. But the rain and the kids and everything else, I got a lot going on. Plus, I didn't realize I've been live for 3 hours already. So I appreciate all of you sticking around to watch me live. My name is Ken from KnotSoOrdinary Woodworks. Hit the like button, subscribe. I got a video dropping tomorrow on another Halloween DIY project that is very simple. And I'll probably see most of you guys in either BV's live tonight or somewhere floating around on some of the channels, I guess. And But I do appreciate every time you guys come in to hang out. I'll be more active once I get the garage cleaned out better and stuff. It'll be easier for me to organize my lives to where it's not just boring. You know, it's a, you can see me doing stuff. So, but I appreciate all you guys. I love all you guys. You know, and I'll see you guys soon. So I appreciate each and one and every one of you too. I really do. So, you know, like I said, I'll see you guys probably. I'm assuming BB's live now, if not in like the next minute. But I'm gonna finish this build. My phone's at 15%. I didn't bring my charger out, so it's gonna die. And it's tough staying live because I'm not focusing on 100% on what I need to do. So, all right, guys, peace. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you, like I said, probably on somebody's live. Now, if I can just end the live. There we go.